Here's a quick update about the screw situation. Now the funny thing is that first a lot of people suggested I use a used conveyor belt on my trailer, right? And then when I put it on, pretty much 90% of the feedback from viewers was that I did a stupid thing, that it's not gonna work, that those screws are not gonna stay on. And it's been bugging me, you can't believe how, because like I felt I did, I made a boo-boo with this myself, right? Because I started thinking about recent loads, and let's say that load where I got my rubber rail damaged, that was rolls of rubber, right? And I'm thinking, wait a second, so if someone gives me a load like that again, like how do I put that rubber on the floor? Because those screws, they're pretty sharp, like the heads, because they're like heavy duty, and I just checked again this morning on the trailer. So those screws would probably damage those rolls of roofing material. So of course the one way out would be just to use 4x4s under everything, but which can be a hassle. So anyway, so viewers are bugging me. I decided to bug the shop that installed this. So I went in the morning, I drove over there, and I said, guys, I'm just curious. It didn't occur to me to on the day when you were doing the work, but I'm just curious, why didn't you use rounded heads or something less obtrusive than this? And to my surprise, I thought the guy would say, oh, he didn't tell us. But to my surprise, the guy said that actually that was the only choice. He said because this rubber is so thick, and it curls, it like even now, even with this 156 screws, that rubber does not lay flat, because it's been used in a water park, right? And it was curled a little bit, so that's why they had to use really strong screws, and what they call like self-tapping or something, right, with those big washers. And the short story is that that kind of a screw, that heavy-duty screw, is only available with those heads. And he said the round heads, you can only use a screwdriver, or like electric screwdriver, because of that slot, right? They would be too weak. He says the head would just fall off. And because these guys, they had to use a wrench, like a socket on a power tool, because the head has those things, those little walls, right? So you can use a socket, and that's what they had to use, because it's so much resistance. Basically, that's the answer. So that was the only thing. Actually, then I went to a Home Depot to check out some of the power tools. Maybe I can just get something to file them off, just to make them less obtrusive. And I have no idea about all these available options. So I talked to a Home Depot guy, and like an older gentleman, and he was really nice. I explained to him the situation. I said, here's the deal. I have screws on the floor. I wanna eliminate that potential hazard of damaging the merchandise when I'm carrying something on the trailer. And the guy said, I said, do you have something that kind of like a cone that I can put on a screw like this and grind it down to make it round? And the guy says, no, there's nothing like that. And I'm thinking, why no one has ever thought about this? But of course, then you would need to have various sizes. But I mean, that would be really something, if you can use a cone like this, put it on a power tool, and this is like a bolt, right? And you just put it, and it makes it round. I don't know. They have all these tools, basically, that supply the rotary motion, like a grinder or just a regular drill. All you need is the right attachment, but I guess no one has a need in this, so this has not been developed. So basically, he showed me a grinder, and to my pleasant surprise, the price was really affordable. It was only like $29.99, and then I see next to it are other tools that are like $100, $150. And I asked the guy, I said, "Is this good, or like why is it the rest are much more expensive?" He says, "Oh, that's all you need." He says, and then he showed me the like a round stone, like that you put on, and he says actually that thing for $29.99. Sorry, it already comes with one stone for metal work, and then you can buy another one I think they were like $3, $2.99, and I said, how long do they last? You know, like, will one stone be enough for 160 screws on my trailer? Because I have 13 panels, rubber panels, each panel has 12 screws. And the guy says, oh, they last quite a while. So those are my options. Oh, and I asked that shop that did the install, I said, how much would you charge me to file them off? Like, if I don't want to do it myself, but you know, I'd rather you do it. And the guy said, well, we'll just charge you for the actual time, how long it'll take. And of course, you know, guys there, they experience and they have all these tools, so they'll probably charge me just for an hour or so. Because I looked at that grinder and it kind of looks scary. You know, you have to hold it like this, and that thing, you know, spins 11,000 RPM. I don't know. I'd be afraid, because you have to work on each screw head, and it's real close to the rubber. You know, I'd probably damage the trailer, or I don't know, cut the rubber, or cut a finger off. So, but that's still an option. I'm still thinking it's so $29.99 includes one disc, one stone, and I can get another one for $3, and they come with a 3-year warranty. And the guy said they can also be used for cutting, polishing, anything. So it's not just, you know, to grind something down, but actually I was thinking, I asked the guy, I said, do you think I could, if I buy this grinder, can I use it to get rid of the rust on my truck's frame? And he says, yeah, sure, all you need is a different attachment. So I'm still thinking. So, and about the rub rail, yeah, I found a good shop here, a body shop that works, you know, that worked on my fender when I was here in Texas. And the guy says they can manufacture something. They have that metal with a kind of like a N-shaped, you know, like with a profile. They can cut it, kind of make a homemade rub rail. Just that he says because this is summer, August, he has like 5 guys on vacation, and he doesn't have enough manpower to do this, but he says it's only going to be like a couple $100. I'm going to give him a call once I come back. So that's the situation. But I don't think it's going to be that critical, but I think, yeah, it will be better if I could just, you know, file off the sharp edges on the screws. So that's a quick update about my trailer. And of course the next load I almost booked, but they wanted me to pick it up tomorrow, and I'm taking a cabs class or hazmat class tomorrow. But I said, what is it? And they said it's a 14 feet by 8 by 8, no, by 9, because it needs a step deck. They said it's a piece of rubber. Like the first load, and it's a step deck load, it requires a step deck trailer, right? And it pays pretty good. And the first load, and it's something that needs to go directly on the floor, you know? Of course I can put some, you know, 4x4s under it, or some kind of a 2x10 or something, but kind of funny, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching. Be safe.